Am I live? Oh, okay. Welcome everyone to the Real Whovians cast. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. We have a lot to discuss. I did see the Doctor Who Unleashed, and congratulations to Marty of the Real Whovians cast for appearing in Doctor Who Unleashed twice. Um, that was cool to see. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the Whovian community. Um, and I know that there are a lot of different types of fans. Some very vocal, some not so vocal, some vulgar, some not so vulgar. Some want the show to continue, others want the show to not continue. And we are all, I believe, majority of us are on the same page that the finale of the reality war for Doctor Who Disney season 2 was an absolute mess. I think the majority of us agree that that is not the way the Ronnie is as portrayed in the original classic series. Um, don't really know why she wasn't like she was in the classic series. I did like both actresses as the Ronnie, but she could give a rat's about Gallifrey and her own people. They cast her out as an outcast. So I don't know. I mean, you could argue, all right, maybe she had a change of tune because all her people were gone, and maybe she wanted to be the savior of her people, bringing her people back and to experiment. I don't know, but that wasn't the way the Ronnie was in the classic series. I didn't like the way the interaction about Ruby Sunday and the Doctor. I kind of feel it was Russell's writing that purposely did that because he was annoyed. But again, that was a mess too. Everything about the finale was a mess. But now let's talk about the future. And I'm with Connor Farley. What's up, Connor?
Hello.
So, what's going on?
Well, we've got the 20th anniversary celebration Doctor Who Unleashed going on at the moment. It's actually literally just finished, I think, on BBC. So
Well, didn't it air before though? I thought we watched it before though.
it dropped on iPlayer
Right.
first. So
Okay.
like all the episodes used to. So what's happening now, according to The Sun, is that going into the future, now that this series is pretty much wrapped up, we are going to go to Christmas and get a 20th anniversary special, so to speak, of New Who with Tennant and Billy Piper.
Is that Louis? Because okay.
Yeah, Louis and James are coming in.
Hello.
Hello, Louis.
Hey, Joe. How are you?
Good. How are you, Louis?
I'm good, thanks. I take it you're happy that David Tennant might be coming back.
I am ecstatic because I do love David Tennant. I love David Tennant's 10th Doctor, 14th Doctor. So yeah, I am actually happy. And also too, didn't we say there's always going to be a Christmas special? I mean, always.
Well,
yeah,
it might not be Christmas.
Yeah.
The rumor it's going to be March.
No, that's correct. That's correct. No, it is Christmas because again,
no, the rumor is that I thought it was Christmas.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas, and the thing is, Russell had stated
it says in the article March.
It's Christmas.
Okay, maybe March.
I don't think so, but I honestly think I think we're gonna get a Christmas because Russell was adamant about it, and especially the way my source was talking about Russell and the BBC. The BBC wanted badly, so I think that somehow we're gonna get a Christmas. But again, the future isn't as bleak as some people are making it out to be.
Well, to be honest, I didn't actually read the full Sun article, so I'm only kind of going based off of the headline news here. But I didn't realize that they said March. March would actually make more sense because
it say March by date. It says it will be out for the 20th anniversary of the show. Obviously, that's been, but I took that as March because that's when it was.
Hello,
Right.
James.
Hello.
Sammy,
Wow.
you wanted him home.
We
I mean, you
knew
got your wish.
how
Came
this
back.
cast was going to go, didn't we? Ha 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 ha!
My
You
username
love him,
is
really.
my username is Sammy Carter 17th Doctor.
Of course. So
That would be good.
you have a
I
better
think
chance of reaching the president of the United States than Sammy Carter.
It-
But anyway,
it makes like sense now if you fit all the pieces together of RTD2. It makes sense that Tennant and Piper are coming back together because
yes.
I think this is why the whole bi-generation thing happened, so that there's like the foundation there to have them both as doctors rather than doctor and companion at the same time.
Right. So this will be a doctor. Like Billy Piper will be a doctor.
Possibly, but I also think that she'll be like a mix of Bad Wolf and the Doctor, but I also think she'll only be a one-off. So I
But
think
we don't
after-
really know for sure. That's just rumor and speculation,
The thing that's going to piss me off is, like, regardless of if Billy Piper's a doctor, if she's the 16th Doctor and then they do come together to solve the bi-generation and then we get the new Doctor, that'd be the 17th Doctor. We've burnt through, like, 2 extra Doctors in the 14th and 16th for no reason. Like, it's the numbering is just going up, up, up. Like, it's such a waste of numbering. Like, they should have just had the David Tennant 2 Doctor, just like call him 10-2, and then the Rose Doctor or something, like they do the Fugitive or War. It's such a waste of main Doctor numbering.
Well,
Right.
To me, it kind of strikes me as like when RTD signed on in 2021 to come back for the 60th. It sounds like he always had this in mind. Like, regardless of whether he does season 3, 4, and 5, his plan was to always be back in time to celebrate the 20th of New Who because it's his in essence, it's his
That's
project.
not true, though. He said himself on that interview he did,
Eli.
the reason we got Unleashed today was that he felt bad. He didn't want to celebrate it because he thought it'd be confusing.
Correct.
And then when people were talking about it. So I do think this is very last minute. I think obviously stuff changed with Shooty leaving. And I think because of that, they've now come up with this plot and they're kind of making it seem like it's always been the plan. But from an outside, I think it looks a bit messy. I mean, I don't know, Joe, if you've watched
It's a
the
mess.
Unleashed special.
I saw the whole thing.
But did you see when he was twiddling the Stefan? He had the rose, and he was like, "Oh, we'll be talking to some people later." And he had the rose, and then it cut to Billy Piper.
I saw also Billy slip and then try to correct herself, and we also saw Marty from our group, the Real Whovians, in Doctor Unleashed in 2 pictures. So that was nice to see. James, what is your take on Billy Piper?
I think it's the worst idea ever.
I
It's
agree.
got to be. We've gone from Doctor 14, 15, 16, then 17 in what, 3 or 4 years? It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. I agree.
It is insane. If you think about it, your channel is a perfect example. You covered basically the whole of the Matt Smith era, didn't you? Originally on your channel,
Yes.
pretty much, and that was years, literally 3.5 years. And in the same time period, we've had 3 Doctors, maybe 4. That's insane.
I won't rule
It
him
is.
coming back either because in the Unleashed special, I did actually see an interview that Moffat did. He said that he
Yes.
spoke to Matt recently, and Matt said that he wishes that he was still on that set.
Well, we've already covered that because again, I said it too that they did speak to Matt Smith because that was real, and he did say he would love to come back. But this is a thing for the future because he will come back, but not now because he's too tied up with House of Dragon right now. But he will come back.
I do think in that Unleashed, it was disgusting how Peter Capaldi's era just got quickly one interview with Pearl Mackie talking about Eaters of the Light, which isn't his best episode, and some consider it one of his weaker ones. And it was like a 2-minute clip. Yet David Tennant had 2 whole eras discussed in detail. Jodie Whittaker had like a 7-minute slot.
I have a question for James and Louis and Connor, all three. Do you feel like not everybody's privy to the behind the scenes, right? So a lot of people wouldn't know Christopher Eccleston's battle with Russell T Davies, right? So do you think that people are not privy to the Peter Capaldi, Chris Chibnall situation? Because again, Peter Capaldi wanted to stay for 10 years, and Chibnall wanted his own person. So now
I don't think that Capaldi's battle was with Chibnall. I think Capaldi's battle was with the higher ups.
But do you think that fence could be mended for Peter Capaldi to return as the Doctor in a special?
No, because I think the difference with Capaldi is that he's old now, he's getting on, and I think that
he's still very successful. Still very successful. Very successful.
Yeah, he's arguably far more successful than Christopher Eccleston is.
He's been on what's the Apple TV show, Connor? He's literally been on an Apple TV show this year.
It's Devil's Hour.
Couldn't he just appear like the TARDIS brought in the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker? Why couldn't he just have the TARDIS make him appear? He won't do it.
He won't do it. He won't do it. He
doesn't want to water it down.
One at a time, James first. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted Louis. My bad. He will never do it. Just until he retires. Maybe when he retires in like 20 years or 10 years, he might do a big finish story. But that's pretty much it for Capaldi.
Yeah, Louis.
Thanks. Before I was rudely interrupted by James there, what I was saying is Capaldi actually said that he was gonna. He doesn't want to come back because it would water down the role. He doesn't believe in all the multi-Doctor stories, and I respect him for it because by doing that, his Doctor kind of remains intact as what we remember him as, a good Doctor. Also, where you could arguably say David Tennant looks a bit desperate now, coming back again and again, and it's watering him down.
I think while fabricating new stories is terrible, I think that the disrespect towards Capaldi was far greater than what Eccleston went through.
But we're in an era of disrespect because if you look all over Twitter and on YouTube, people are 3 or 4 ripping apart.
Yeah, but for 3 or 4 years, Capaldi basically has to endure being called old, unfit for the role, sack him.
Okay, and what did Jodie Whittaker go through, or what did Ncuti Gatwa go through? Now it's insane.
Yeah. So I don't think that what Capaldi went through is less than what Eccleston went through. I think it's actually worse.
You know what I find? I find that now, though, in 2025, I mean, we went through a lot in our show. We went through a lot of people having to go with us. Some even in this cast at the moment having to go with me. But I'm saying we went through a lot. And now, no disrespect, by the way. And now the fandom is so toxic. And I'm not trying to bring anybody out in particular, but you could go on Twitter right now and you can see someone flat out cursing out Billy Piper, Verada Seateru, David Tennant, Georgia Tennant. Like, I mean, viciously.
It's Sethu, not see-through.
Sethu. Yeah. Verada Sethu. Thank you, Louis. I'm going to give you a gold star for pointing that out as a teacher. Thank you.
Educating the Matrix Order, my favourite things to do. I taught you about bisexuality. Right. I teach you about
sex. Thank you for educating me about that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I go on the 2 different Reddits. There's obviously Gallifrey, Doctors, a few different Reddits, to follow Doctor Who, to see the consensus of the fandom in eras. Now, Gallifrey is more like, conservative, quite, hates it when, like, old villains are disrespected, like Omega and Sutek. And Doctor Who, the Reddit, is very, basically, no matter what they do, it's 10 out of 10, But that Reddit, which is always saying it's the best thing ever, hates the Billy Piper thing. So even they don't like it. So it's not popular at all.
My friends who don't watch the show, they're like casual viewers. They're tuning for Regeneration. They're like big Tennant Smith fans, but stopped watching when they left. A few of them messaged me saying, is it true Billy Piper's the new Doctor? I said, yeah, it's true. And they're like, this show just is so sad. It needs to be axed. Like people, it's not bringing people back. People are bored of it now. I mean, they tried it with David Tennant. People came back and they were like, oh, why is he back? Why is he back? They never explained it, and they won't explain this either.
Right. Well, again, I don't. Okay, I could watch Doctor Who and not pay attention to what David Tennant says about a politician. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about that. I don't care what they eat for breakfast. I don't care what their view is politically.
Oh no, that wasn't the point I was making. I wasn't saying about his politics. I was saying they brought him back as the new Mystic. Why is David Tennant back? But in the show, they never explained why his face came back.
Right, but they don't explain half the things we know, right? I mean,
do you
that's
know
the
how many
point.
people on Twitter I've seen recently retweet the announcement that RTD was coming back in 2020, and then the one about David and Catherine, and literally the only comment they have is, "I really regret getting excited for this."
Yeah,
That's
it's
what they
sad.
say.
People
That is just consensus.
Because
Those stories,
the
though,
message,
they were good.
if the message, correct me if I'm wrong, if the message wasn't put in those episodes, it would have been fine.
I think it's why make a big tease of it, going, "Oh, he's back," but why? Find out.
No, honestly, don't you find the fault of the Star Beast that they're trying to educate us on what pronoun to use? And if that garbage was taken out, wouldn't you enjoy the Star Beast better?
I liked the episode. I thought it was a solid 8 out of 10. It would have been 10 if they didn't have that in it, though.
There you go.
I didn't mind the pronouns. I didn't mind the beep saying, "I use pronouns," because that was funny. But the thing I didn't like is when they're like, a female, if you were still a woman, you would understand. And it's like, he was literally a woman.
That's still part of the message.
He was literally a woman like 20 minutes ago. And that was stupid. But I'm all for transgender representation, and I'm happy to educate anyone that wants to know about it. But I don't think it should be done on Doctor Who.
RTD did an interview, about an hour-long interview around that time, when the specials are being filmed, and also when Shooty's first episode was being filmed. And he literally said, and I quote, "We like to put stuff in to offend people. Let's put a trans character in. Let's do it." He literally said that. So that was done on purpose.
I know he did put the whole thing about the Whovians and what's your favorite episode, Blink, purposely to piss people off. And I'm not on board with that. That's a jumping the shark. I mean, that's just, look, they teased it with Sylvester McCoy, that coming next on BBC, Doctor, and then they zapped out. If that was the Remembrance of the Dalek episode, I mean, he was in the diner, I guess. But, like, that was just a tease. But this was real, and I didn't like that at all.
Joe, would you have preferred it if those fans were on, and then at the end they're like, "We're part of the Who crew," like a proper fan reference?
I don't want that at all. Shit!
There's one question, that I've been burning to ask. When is the Mike D cast coming? Because you promised it 10 years ago. It never came.
First of all, I think that Mike D needs to be Mike D in an episode of Doctor Who. And I think he needs to
say,
fuck you,
He was in Rosa. He was in Rosa Parks' episode. He was the one that punched Ryan in the face.
He should be, because he's an actual real life character, like he just is, and he needs to be in there where you can hate his fucking guts. Really, I think, and that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
You know what?
It's a compliment to his masculinity. It's a compliment to his reputation. I
don't know if
I've got it.
I don't know if Joe will get this reference, but I think that Mike D is genuinely up there with David Brent and Alan Partridge.
I think genuinely, though, it would be great to have someone like Mike D on Doctor. You could tell a story of like an international spy who had a motorbike accident, and then it changed their brain cells, and the Doctor has to try and stop them and revert them back to good.
And I could write it.
I already thought of 2 perfect ideas for Mike D. You could either just, take out Sacha Dhawan, and put him in his place in Spyfall, or you could have the Absorbaloff return, and then, the faces on the Absorbaloff. Mike D's Absorbaloff.
Let's change the tone of this cast to get really serious.
No.
I want people to watch this cast and really think, like intellectually, we got the best minds in here, and I'm serious. Why can't we have horror in Doctor Who? Because I think the problem is that we're too soft in Doctor Who. There's too much of there's always a twist, there's always a twist, and this whole nonsense. I think we need to get serious in Doctor Who, right? And I think there
Well, if you look at the episode... Sorry, go on.
No, you got the floor.
We had it with Torchwood, didn't we?
I was going to say, look at the episodes that people like from this era. The Well, Dot and Bubble. They're the creepy monster. And they're the ones that people want. Not Boom, where he sat on a bomb for like 45 minutes. Or
well, no. That's your. Hold on, I did like Boom. You don't like Boom. I that's a lot of people like Boom though.
A lot of people.
A lot of people like.
If that's your idea of good Doctor Who, Joe, I think that you would really have liked the sadly abandoned Cartmel master plan, which was supposed to come after Survival. So what was going to happen is Andrew Cartmel was producer at the time. This was back in Sylvester McCoy's day. And it was literally going to become a lot darker than it had been before. And I think that's exactly what the show needs now. Is it needs to change the direction.
Because here's the thing. No more magic wands. We need a threat level where, sort of like the Giggle, where the toy maker just killed those, bless you, the toy maker just killed those members and they never came back, right? We need flat out people to die, there'd be consequences, right? And you gotta, I asked the question, right? If the Daleks don't give a shit and Davros don't give a shit, why are they not coming to Earth to invade? Knowing that if they really want to get the Doctor's attention, they would invade Earth.
Well, this is what I was going to talk about, actually. I don't know if anyone saw, but the spin-off, The War Between Land and Sea, now have an official Instagram page, but it's just called, and the image is The War Between. So there's a theory that it's going to be like an anthology series, and each season will be the war between, like, the Thals and the Carlin, war between Flesh and Steel. The war
name
between
is too long. The name is too long, but I understand if they do it like that, I would be on board with Unit versus Sea Devils, Unit versus Cybermen. I would be all down with that.
You asked the question before. You asked the question before about horror and stuff, and obviously we rarely have it in Doctor Who. Yeah, it's just the writing. I mean, I know Big Finish is different. It's audio format, so it can be a bit scarier. The writing on there, some of it's bad, but some of it is excellent. Especially the writing they do for the War Doctor on there. It's dark as hell, and they can do that in the show.
But think about this, right? Think about this 1 second, right? He has a lot of enemies, right? The Doctor, right? So why isn't like the companions extended towards that revenge? Like, why isn't like if people hate the Doctor so much, these villains, right? Some just not a race like Cybermen and Daleks, some just like some madman or something, right? Why isn't someone purposely in the episode, in a season, trying to screw with the Doctor and hurt him where it hurts the most through his companions? And I'm not trying to say there needs to be a bloodbath. What?
They did that with the Rani, you could say.
Not really.
The Rani spied on both Ruby and
she left. No. But here's the thing: the Rani didn't torture her. The Rani didn't kill her. Right? I'm talking like, let's get a sadistic, evil, fucking bastard villain that will fucking want to test the emotional trauma of the Doctor to screw with the people he loves the most, or just in general. Let's go Torchwood, Children of the Earth, Darkness, where he had what?
Can we agree on that? I'd love to see the Doctor face the 456. That would be cool.
I just want to see
great.
Doctor. We got a
that.
taste of it in Interstellar Song Contest when the guy was gonna kill 3,800,000,000 and the Doctor was torturing. He went too far, right? But like I'm talking like just where this person keeps going at him, and he's just like at his wit's end. There is no magic wand. There is no whatever. It just shit happens. People die, and what do you do?
You could have got that. Sorry, Connor, go on.
I think it kind of goes against the character, though.
And it's a family.
Yeah, to have him all out, kind of like
It's not a family show anymore.
It is a family show.
It is according to listen. There is a rating. Our rating says it's for 14 and up. My BBC source, they consider it not family anymore, regardless of Russell T. Davis saying. They're saying it's not family anymore. Disney Plus ratings is
because the last few seasons, the only reason it's not fully family related is because it's so intensely sexual all the time,
right.
And which is gross. It's gross.
And making
but I'm not saying put that into it. I'm saying we need to be afraid again in Doctor Who. We need to be scared again.
Lux was a great premise where you could have a cartoon come in and killing people and trapping them in the cartoon. And then what do? They spend half an hour just fan wanking, talking about fans going,
"Oh, my
favorite episode
should have been in it the whole episode. The whole episode should have been the Lux, not them trapped in the world. It should have been him trying to figure out how to beat Lux the whole episode.
And if you're gonna do the fan stuff, it should be the puppets from the Whovian era, like Pissy the Clown, all that stuff. We want to see that. We'd love that. Can you imagine halfway through Lux if Pissy appeared and went spoonheads? We'd love that.
I'm serious though. I wanted genuinely to be horror. They've had that though in the classic series. Like just purely gets like you thinking. And again, I want the writing to be complex. I don't want it to be simple. I want it to be where you don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe the companion's going to be at odds with the Doctor. Maybe Kate is going to be against the Doctor with something, or the Doctor's going to be against Kate. I want to see the different levels of what shapes a person, like Kate Stewart or like the Doctor. And again, the last episode, she sees them as they're all his children in a way. But what if like there's people that don't? No, I know, but what if there's people that don't agree with the Doctor? What if like that's what I'm trying. I want the thing to really get you thinking in Doctor Who again. I want.
Well, what they? Sorry, go on.
I don't want a simple solution.
But then if you want that, they need to get rid of the mystery boxes of a mysterious older woman. We've had that so many seasons now. It's like, and originally they were going to do that with Susan next year, if the leaks are true, that the reshots were going to be Susan appearing at the end of the party and then turn into Baby Poppy and going, "Come on, mother, we need to leave." That would have just been Susan being a mysterious woman. It needs to stop. They need to refresh it. They need to put all that money they had from Disney and they wasted it on an episode like Joy to the World, where it was just him going in between hotel rooms for a year. That was you could have had a whole episode with Daleks. That budget, imagine that budget with Dalek Battle or Davros.
I want a Disney Plus budget with a Dalek battle. In fact, if it was up to me, I would have the Daleks just run havoc on the Earth and him not being able to fix it so easily. And it goes throughout the whole season.
The robot episode 1 of the series, you saw, small glimpses, the robots bombing the city, what the Disney budget can do. But they've wasted it. We've got 8 episodes, which is pathetic. I'm still mad about that.
James, can I just cut away for the chat for 1 second? We'll go right back to you, I promise. All right, so first of all, I just want to address this, okay? I know I make 5,000 videos, and I know it's hard for people to follow. But I expect if you're really interested in my opinion on Doctor Who and what happens every single day on my channel, you would know why I'm still watching it. You would know why I'm still doing the cast. And I'm not going to explain it to you, Matt or Matcha, whatever. Like, you're going to know why I'm still watching. What?
What's this a response to? Someone saying something in the chat?
Yeah.
Is it one of
They don't
Connor,
understand.
stop trolling. They
don't understand. Go ahead, Connor. You can talk.
Oh, Matchida, I see him. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying that it's in the live chat. Like because Lou was asking where this is happening. So
But like, if people watch my channel regularly, they'll know exactly what's going on. Maybe, obviously, you don't, Matt. But again, I'm not going to explain it here and take up the whole cast. But no, you're not right. You're going by what everyone is going by, that the Disney deal is done. No, that's not true. That's not true. There's nowhere anywhere that's true. And I don't fall for, like, I mean, people want to fall for phony thumbnails and trolling bad Whovians. I don't. So I'm, as far as you should be concerned, is you shouldn't be believing stuff so easily. Especially, why would you think, if the Doctor Who was really done, Matt, why are they doing a 20th Doctor Who Unleashed special talking about the future? Because it's still going on.
Yeah. Wait. I see Matt's comments about the 6 episodes. He is partially right, though. If Disney renew, I am willing to bet a lot of money that they would make it 6 episodes.
It's not going to be 6. First of all, it's not going to be 6 episodes. Doctor is not going to be 6 episodes. They are well aware of what went wrong, and they're not going to make it any less than it already is.
Let's say that this 6 to 8 episodes is Disney mandated. Why does Doctor Who only get 6 to 8 episodes? Yet Andor, which is a superb TV series and probably the best TV series of the year,
they're not.
Why does that get 12?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
look. Stop believing the doom and gloom. Okay, are you going to believe a person that said Doctor was canceled every single year since 2017 and has brought nothing to the table? Nothing.
Have we all seen Andor here? Like, it's only 2 seasons.
I haven't.
It's very good.
No, I don't watch Star Wars. I have a life. I don't watch Star Wars.
However, Connor makes a good point there. I've seen both. Both seasons have half of the episodes are filler. They are filler, even though it's very, very good. So that's a good point.
This show, though, you have filler.
Yeah.
73 yards was filler. Didn't come to anything.
I think the only thing that sustains Andor is that every 3 episodes is an arc in itself. So you've got literally like 4 individual stories in one series. Yeah, you are right. Like, I haven't seen series 2 in its entirety, but series 1 was filler. Yeah,
they both got filler.
Do you remember how when we used to have 13 episodes plus a Christmas special, we had 14 basically a year? Do you remember how I said that they can't cut Doctor Who because what if we get bad episodes and they have Doctor Who cut? And every single time they cut Doctor Who, I'm like, we still can have bad episodes. You could still have bad episodes. It doesn't matter how much you cut Doctor Who, you can still have bad episodes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You know, when you said they won't cut it again, we said this every time. When remember when they cut it to 12 to Capaldi, people were furious, absolutely furious. And then they cut it to 10, and people said no way. And they cut it to 8. They will cut it again. I guarantee it'll be 6.
I don't think it's going to be now, though. I don't think it's going to be now.
If you're going to cut it down, 3 90-minute specials will do me fine.
If you extend it Sherlock length, an hour and a half, 90 minutes, I would be fine with that. Because you would have more time to flesh out the characters and write the story properly.
Here's another pro as well, is that you can get a prestige actor to play the Doctor because there's no obligation to stay in Cardiff for 9 months a year.
Right.
But then you're just going to end up with 1,000 Doctors. We'll be on like the 29th Doctor by 32.
But we're doing that at the moment anyway, so who really cares at this point?
What I just worry about is this Billy Piper thing I worry about, because I don't want these technicality bullshit going on. I don't want to be, there's Doctor 8, and then there's War Doctor, and then there's Doctor 9, and then there's 10, then there's Fugitive Doctor, and then there's Doctor 11, then there's Bad Wolf Doctor. No, I don't. Just number. Just put the fucking number, and that's it. I don't want Fugitive. I don't want War. I mean, what if there's a Doctor that just doesn't want to do shit and just be a fucking Bob? That's it. Bob. If you have Doctor 17, then you would have Bob, and then Doctor 18. Like, that's it. Like,
I love how as soon as you said Bob,
Bob.
Just I didn't mean it that the puppet. I meant just meaning a regular fucking, that's it, doesn't do shit.
You see,
There
it's
is a-
extra generation.
I
God damn!
I thought he was making.
Actually, you know, for
I
example,
just meant like just like in the Deadpool universe that Deadpool doesn't have a regeneration like healing energy and he's just a scrub.
When you said Bob, that
Like
you were
just
making.
Bob, meaning. Listen, just this person is a doctor, but he's not even a doctor. Just like
I thought you were making.
What was Connor saying?
no.
I thought you were making a Thunderbolts reference because obviously Sentry is called Bob.
We named our Christmas tree Bob one year when we
all know
Sharon first got a Christmas tree.
The reason Joe said Bob was a clear reference and homage to Doctor Who Bob. Hey guys, it's me, Bob.
It was actually, I think it was from Walking Dead. There was like a person that was just named Bob. It's like, oh,
Bob,
Bob.
yeah, he died. He has a horrible death.
Thank you,
Pretty
thank
crude.
you. So if you didn't know that Walking Dead, that's what I was talking about. So, but
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, they have the Negan series too. I'm not caught with it, but they've got the second series of Dead Sea at the moment. They'll never end. They'll never end.
we reported that because we heard that a while back that Matt wanted to come back. So that's not news according to the Real Whovians cast. We've covered that a while ago. So
you said that in like Jodie Whittaker's era that he wanted to come back.
A while ago they talked to him about it. A while ago, yeah. So
Yeah,
we
if you
covered
want
that a while ago.
come to the Real Whovians cast, because the Real Whovians cast is the only cast that predicts the truth.
Real Whovians cast said that Russell took Jodie out to dinner and asked her to come back, and she said she would. And we didn't say when. We didn't know actually exactly when it was. We said that he took out Joe Martin for dinner, that she was going to appear. We've covered all that.
I mean, if
I said the out to the generation.
You know, with shows reducing episodes, if you think about it, there's 3 examples of shows recently: Doctor Who, House of the Dragon, and Last of Us, and they've all dipped in quality when they've reduced episodes every time. So
Matt, what do you think we're covering? Matt, hold on. Matt, what do you think we're covering this past like 37 minutes? We're talking about the special with Billy Piper and talking about Doctor Unleashed, and we're covering the news about the article about David Tennant, which is exactly what this fucking cast is about. Not house cleaning.
Can't we just add Matt in so then we can stop interrupting the cast because he sounds like a troll?
He's not a troll because
like
he appeared in this cast before.
Also, I think
with the greatest respect, Connor and James have appeared in your shows before, and they've both trolled you.
Hang on. I wasn't responsible for saying that Jack was dead, was I?
No, but you were responsible for putting up nasty pictures on Joe's page on Amazon that he can't delete.
None of us are responsible for that. That's George Back.
Just lose $2,000 on a book launch. Okay, no.
George Back is behind most of this anyway. I've been saying it, and it's all going to come crashing down.
I haven't.
All right, Matt.
Missy account was created. That was
Matt.
Yeah.
Where is Value on Master anyway?
No, the master account was Jack. God rest his soul.
I said, where is Value on Master anyway? That was Jack's account back in the day. Where is Jack?
I mean, do these guys know that we get our information from California?
Because of the trolling from the Irish people, he's just keeping a low profile at the minute.
Okay.
Yeah. So once Noel and George Back stop trolling him, he might come back.
Yeah, I agree.
And I just want to say, I think it's disgusting people hacking people's phones, leaking addresses and numbers. It's fucking scum.
Okay.
Fuck you, Noel. Fuck you, George Back.
But if you want to know where Louis lives, I can happily give you the details.
If I could just touch base on what Louis said in a professional manner.
Yep.
Fuck you, Noel. You're right. Fucking bitch.
You gotta say fuck you to George Back. You gotta say fuck you to George Back.
No, because I don't even know why he's fucking trolling, because I never said anything bad about
it. I sent you the link on Instagram of the class he was on with you.
You sent me a link to the video he was on, the Real Whovians, like 2 of them, but I don't remember us fighting ever. So I don't know what his
guys, sorry, is Noel Tardison? Clarification.
Yeah,
so isn't he the guy who had that American wife in quotation marks who pretended he was wife for years, but that's not his wife? Like,
no, that's Dr. Freedom.
Seriously. Not even his wife. He had this person who was on his camera pretending to be his wife.
Yeah, that sounds like.
In fact, come to think of it, so did Mike D. He made up he had a girlfriend that time.
Matt, you're here.
Hello.
Is this Matt Edwards? Wait, are you Matt Edwards?
No. All
Oh,
right, Matt, say what you got to say.
I mean, not much. I just thought you guys were talking about the reality.
I think it's George back, guys. I think he's back.
Just let him
didn't know
talk,
you-
please.
I didn't know you were gonna talk about the special thing because I was away from home today, so I apologize. I was being rude.
That's all right. Nuggets, what did you want to say? Something? Do you want to say anything? Or
I just
Hey, Matt.
Hello. I don't know your name.
Louis?
My name's Louis. Nice to meet you. Pleasure
Okay.
to meet you.
Don't get to
William?
know him. He's a dickhead.
Okay, it's all good.
Just
So I
don't
just
get
had
too
this
close
theory-
to the
Let him talk. He's a little nervous. Let him talk.
So I just had
Don't
this
get
theory
nervous.
that Tennant's gonna appear in the next special, and that they're gonna merge Tennant and Piper, and then the new Doctor is gonna come, and that's gonna be 16.
I mean, we've been saying that David Tennant was going to be back eventually anyway, so
Yeah.
it's just. And I even said that they should have had Shooty and Tennant merge, but we don't know if that's exactly what's going to happen. But again, I'm telling you, I still think we're going to have a Christmas special regardless.
Matt, can I ask how long you've been a fan of the show, just so I can get a bit of information? I've never heard of you before.
I mean, since 2015, I think, when Series 9 dropped.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Doctor?
Capaldi.
Oh, good
hey!
choice. My favorite. We like Matt. Matt can stay.
Nice to meet you, Matt. I'm Sammy Carter, by the way. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So,
Wait,
Matt,
stop.
are you
Okay,
excited for the
Matt, I have the Real Whovians cast test for you. There's 3 questions. You've already answered number 1, which is who your favorite Doctor is. Number 2, who's your favorite companion?
Martha.
Oh, that's an
so
interesting choice.
that's cool. Have you got an accent I can detect there? Where are you from?
For Croatia.
Oh, cool. You've got.
Is that,
That's cool. I didn't know they played Doctor Who there.
wait,
I
do you
mean-
know someone called Sam the Mayor?
Who?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Here we go. Oh, shit. Yeah, if I could just touch base on that for a minute. For some mysterious reason, Sam the Mayor tends to fight and make up and fight with everyone as much as people wipe their ass. So, like, that just happens, like, instantly. And I don't know why, but he's been battling and friends everyone. And now lately, I guess he's battling me. So
Have you only just realised in the year 2025 that he's a complete troll?
no.
He's a half-faced. He's like, we called him the half-faced man because he's so two-faced. One minute he's like, I love Matrix Lord, he's a great guy. And the next minute, I love no, Matrix Lord is bad guy. Then back up, oh, Matrix Lord, no, he's a piece of shit. Oh, I go back to Null and say, oh, Matrix Lord is horrible person, he's fat guy. Oh, I love Null, he's not great. It's just two-faced.
Do you guys remember the J-Tox guy?
The original Bad Whovian, we called him.
Oh, really? He made that.
Sam the Mayor was the original Bad Whovian.
I thought that was old.
Stephen.
Until
I
Noel.
thought Stephen was the original Bad Whovian.
What?
I think the original troll was either males or Old Doc, maybe? Well, Old Doc didn't really troll. Got angry.
Old Doc is not a troll. Old Doc's not a troll.
No, he
So
just
we're
got angry.
You were a troll. Jacob was a troll. The troll.
I was the only one that never made a troll account, and I can live happy and die by that.
I never.
I remember the first
Mr.
troll now. It was Jacob.
Empire.
I remember the first troll now. Jacob it was either Carol Ann Swan or Old Doc's girlfriend. He's called someone really fat or something. That's where it all started. But that was Jacob.
I'll die on my bed knowing I've never made a troll account. Connor Farley can't say the same with his missing
I have
account.
never
and
made
everything.
a troll. The only person I've ever trolled with a troll account is Jack, and let's be honest, like that's well deserved.
That still counts as trolling. I've never done that.
All right,
And you've made nasty pictures
The
about Joe, which
one
I've
thing
never
I
done.
ask is, when I do book 14, and I actually spend more money now than the other previous books, please do not put fake reviews about exercise bikes,
Very
talking to my grandmother and saying, "Hey, do you want world peace?" as a review for like my book, and giving it a 1 star. Yeah.
I'll give you a good review this time to make up for the.
No, I don't want any fake reviews. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But just
I'm a real fan. I'm a real fan. Look what I've got. Real fan here.
Ah, look at that.
Real fan. Unlike Connor, I try and help out. I don't try and destroy.
Fucking kiss ass, you are.
You are forgiven.
I am an agent of the light, Connor Farley.
right.
You should try it.
Yeah, what he doesn't know is that you burnt them books with Mike D.
What?
Why would I pay money to burn a book? I'm not you. I actually have a life. I like to read the books and get some inspiration from the poem.
Okay.
My
On a
favorite
different note, let's not.
poems.
I don't want these books to distract away from Doctor Who, even though they're mine. So the topic here is Doctor Who, and people are under the impression that there is no future.
Yeah.
Why though? Why are you under the impression there's no future? Are you listening to these people? Why?
I mean, I just have a feeling, lots of people hear the
What
reality.
feeling, man? Why would they even get busy putting a program out today about it?
We're speaking. Let him say what he's speaking.
I mean, that was filmed ages ago, and I just think the reality war stirred up so much drama that they could just either end it or they're gonna put it in hiatus for like 5 years.
But the reality wars didn't create the drama. It's the fucking bitches out there that's creating the drama.
Yeah, that's fair.
Those bad fucking toxic Whovians.
The fact that Shooty Gatwa left.
Yeah.
The fact that Shooty Gatwa left kind of confirms Disney's gone. I mean, we can all. You can't say that Disney's not gone as much as I can say it. But it doesn't confirm that they've not gone. Like you can't
say Disney's gone. There's nothing. Let me explain something to you. There's no evidence whatsoever that Disney's done. Just because an actor
and there's no evidence whatsoever that we're in limbo. We're in limbo at the minute. No one's right or wrong. No one's right or wrong.
I have an interesting question which nobody's asked yet. With the Disney thing, right? Let's just go 50-50, say we don't know either way. Let's just say we all don't really know, speculation-wise. What amount of time do you think Bad Wolf Studios or BBC, whoever it is willing to wait for them to make a decision where they just say, you know what, screw it, no, we'll do our own thing. You can go, Disney. Where do they become bad actors?
I don't. Well, okay. So according to the BBC source, he said that BBC could just say screw it and do stuff Doctor Who without Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Where I thought that wasn't the case because of their contract, but
26
it's all about the money, and they don't want to let go of the money. They don't want to let go of the Disney money. And they feel that Disney cannot go against Doctor Who because of the war between the land and the sea.
But why is it 26 episodes? Why not make it 30? Why 26?
I forget about the old deal, the First Order.
Well,
Let's concentrate on
21 episodes.
Let's just concentrate on one thing, right? Comic-Con, July, right?
Next month.
You don't think Disney Plus is going to pay money with the war between the land and the sea to promote that?
I mean, probably.
No.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
They're going to let it die a slow death. They're not going to promote it.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, they are.
They are already planning massive shit for Comic-Con.
They haven't.
Joe, if they announce anything new at Comic-Con, I'll eat my hat.
Oh my god!
I will also eat my hat.
Someone clip that.
You don't need to eat a hat. You know what, Connor? You could buy a book. Damn it! That's what you could do.
Your books.
As my new pal just said, I will eat my own hat. As my new wee pal
This is completely me, guys. Don't say you'll eat your own hat because in the general election UK 2015, famous politician Paddy Ashton said he'd eat his hat if the results were right, and then the results were right, and he was forced to eat a hat live on air.
I hate to say it. Oh look, Jack McCulloch's back. Oh no, it's just a Joe of an Irish hat. But no, in all seriousness, I've never been wrong. I hate to say it. You can look back at all the history. I've never been wrong, and I would love to be proven wrong.
This isn't the Louis fucking cast.
It's always a Louis cast. I'm letting you on.
There's always a Louis.
Oh,
Yeah,
James, you that video.
If there's 1,000 Claras, there's 1,000 Louis.
Louis
Well, why did you say that? My first real Whovians was called Night of the Living Claras. Go watch it, folks. Great entertainment.
Okay, so something
Yeah,
that
but
Matt, so
I have a question.
Oh,
I have
I
a
was gonna
question.
ask you-
I have a question. Maybe I think I'm going to address this to Connor because maybe he would know.
Yes.
There's been this thing circulating since yesterday, right? Did
Yeah.
somebody AI create Russell saying something, and they're all going with it that it's real?
what?
What?
There was a
Joe, are
clip.
you making things up again?
There was a clip that's been circulating on other people's podcasts
Clip.
about Russell. Did you see that clip about Russell saying something
That's-
vulgar?
No.
What
Is that
about him
AI?
saying that-
I know what Joe means. You're talking about where he said people come up to me and say they've wanked to my material.
Is that
And
an
they can't-
AI generated?
Yeah.
No, that's real. That's from when he was talking about Queer as Folk. His
What?
first TV show.
He's talking
That is
about
real.
Queer as Folk.
Oh yeah. If you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
That's from that documentary I just told you about. That's literally he said that, but he was talking about Queer as Folk before he started talking about it. It's like an hour video.
But they're trying to make it
It's-
like
it's-
talking about Doctor Who, though. They're twisting it.
Yeah, but it's not Doctor Who. If you watch the actual, he said it for years. He said he has loads of men come up to him that were closet gays at the time.
But that has nothing to do with Doctor Who. They're just trying to pull some bullshit.
Because Queer as Folk had a rim job scene, no one knew what rimming was.
But
and
no, but
people
the
wanked
point
to it.
is the point is that Sensphere and Noel Tardis on a lie. Like that's not from
Yeah, but
Doctor
they're-
Who.
well, there's
No,
right.
Noel's Irish and inbred. He doesn't understand
But
logic.
that's not Doctor Who. That's taking out from something completely
He
different.
probably just got so stuck on the word rim job and started touching himself, and then got.
Listen, bro, stop! You're gonna
No,
get me
there
fucking
is a
demonetized.
There is a
You
reason
can't get
why.
demonetized for saying rim job. It's just anal
Jesus.
connotation with a
Yeah,
tongue.
Connor, what?
I was just going to say there was a reason why Noel doesn't show his face on camera.
Oh.
Because he's fuck ugly and Irish.
Exactly.
Okay, that's a bit mean.
Look, the thing is,
Oh,
I don't think that's
I'm
fucking
sorry,
cool
but
at
I
all.
was
That's not
trying
nice.
to
I mean,
say
look,
that-
this is the thing that's making their channels money, and they're fucking being disrespectful like
Yeah,
that
but
and lying.
who cares if they're lying? Then you have to be the one that's honest.
But people believe
Yeah,
them.
but
So
There are
but
people
they're
out
more-
there
they're
believing
more-
that
they're
nonsense.
more-
Dude, people believe fucking Elon Musk.
All
Well,
I
yeah,
ever see on Twitter, now, seriously, Joe, I'm not just saying it to kiss your ass. All I ever see on Twitter now is people retweeting TARDIS and just saying what a racist, homophobic, woman-beating, rapey person that he is.
He's
Oh.
saying such horrible shit
also,
lately.
you were mentioned on Gallifrey Base many years ago before TARDIS Zone ever was. You are the original. You're the
People were saying
definitive
you were making up lies on Gallifrey Base years ago. I remember that. Connor's
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Wait, in a good way or a bad way, eventually?
in a good way. I mean,
Good and bad.
that guy was on. We were on that guy's show. We stood by and we were proud to be real Whovians at that point.
Yeah. And let's face it, we've all had many battles with you in this cast, James mainly, but we've all come back and we always defend you when shit gets real. When they leaked your address and stuff, that was disgusting. They went after Sharon, disgusting. When they hacked Jack's phone and took his numbers and was telling people he's dead, disgusting. They're just scum.
Right. But
They're just trying to stir up drama to get views. And do you know what the best thing to do is? Just don't give them any attention. Don't mention them. The more you mention them, the more they're going to make more videos. They're using you.
well, the thing is, Louis, I just want everybody to know what a loser is, and a loser is
You don't
TARDIS
have to.
Fuck that guy. No, I'm not going to mention it all the time, but fuck that guy because again, that guy.
No, I'm not
doesn't
telling you
stop.
what to do. But just don't mention them because the more you mention them, the more it feeds his ego.
Did he make like AI some AI slop about you like a few months ago?
Shit, where's James gone?
He's not
I'm back.
relevant enough to appear on stuff like the Unleashed or anything, is he? Do you remember when they had that podcast with Juno Dawson and the other random Whovians? He didn't appear on there. He's not relevant.
He's a disgusting piece of shit, and he's not worth our energy, our breath, our time.
Well,
He's
we're still here after all these years, and we're still going to be here. So,
Yeah.
and we have, the thing that's a testament to this show is that now, like, people have been reaching out to me, like they want to come back, you know, and old Doc came back. When did you think that was going to fucking happen, right?
Wait,
I mean, they're all coming back. It's crazy. So, like, I got Mongo. I'm trying to get Mongo's going to be coming back. Susie's going to be coming back. Ron's going to be coming back. Jay's coming back. Like, everybody's just, you know, not everybody, but mostly a lot of people coming back. You know,
what about
now we need Sammy back. That's all.
What's this?
Do you think?
Doomsday?
What?
This is Avengers Doomsday. Is this the remaining cast of Avengers Doomsday?
Oh my god, Doomsday.
Are you like? Are these the missing chairs in that huge line of chairs that they announced?
Chair watch.
And we're going to get another live stream where they announce like Jay, Von.
I'm gonna have to go back to doing Zooms because we're not going to be able to fit everybody.
I can't
wait. You'll just hear a big burp, and then it'll be Mike D with the gauntlet, the Infinity Gauntlet, going.
I can't wait to see Mike D face off against Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen in that film.
They go, you pussy bastard! I get more bitches than you. I'm a private detective. I had a motorbike.
Right.
God damn. Men want to fuck me, and I want to fuck them. God damn.
All right, enough. You said your points.
You didn't.
You basically.
How come I get told off, but Connor doesn't get told off?
Listen, let him come back. Who cares?
True.
Why not? Why not?
You've just announced the biggest comeback for Avengers Doomsday, and you just go no, just
James is in the waiting room. He said, "Can you add him in?"
No, he's not.
Who?
I'm looking at the waiting room. He's not. There's nobody here.
Oh, he just said he's in the waiting room. Can you ask?
There's nobody here. I'm looking at the waiting room right now. There's nobody here.
My question would be: is Steampunk going to be on the X-Men side, or is it going to be on the Avengers side?
Who?
I don't know. We're gonna have to ask him when he appears.
He would be on Avengers because in that video James made.
So Daniel the other day. Albert came back.
What happened to Brian? Is Brian going to come back?
Oh yeah, Brian as well.
Brian.
I don't know where Brian is. I'm trying to locate him.
We're locating Brian. Where is he?
He lives in your city, kind of.
Yeah, I know.
Is Glory going to come back?
I said he's pretty big though, and it's not very easy.
Oh no!
Listen, I'm all about. If anybody wants, that's a real Whovian of the past wants to appear, let me know or Connor know or whatever, and then we'll see what we can do.
Okay, let's get this settled. Are all of you British? Because I assume Joe, you're American, right?
Yes, I'm an American.
So how did you start watching this show? Because like I know the show wasn't popular in America until like Smith years.
That's when he started in the Smith years, and then he backtracked.
No. I watched. It was here in America for
it was?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was Sci-Fi Channel, and then it was BBC America and stuff. Yeah.
Fair.
I thought you always said you started with Matt Smith, and then you went back.
Oh, no.
No, his first episode was Pyramid of Mars. Everyone knows that.
Oh yeah,
thank you.
I'm not taking the piss. It's just my bad, my mistake.
No.
Maybe that's what David Aston told me once when he was pissed, and I just got muddled up.
Christ.
I reached out. I sent him an invite too.
I'm surprised he's still alive. Oh, what about Graham? What about Graham?
I don't know. I don't know about Graham, but all right. So anyway, going forward, guys, it's been great. I have to go.
And
today is always food shopping day, so I got to help Sharon with the groceries.
Well, that is a pity because I think we were just getting started.
I know, but it's food shopping day. I'm not gonna let her lift the groceries. So, she's getting the Uber. So, anyway, we're gonna be doing more Whovians cast throughout the week next week. So please join with us. And we're gonna have a lot of members come back. I'm gonna have to change it from StreamYard to Zoom. Because it's gonna be too many. Yes, Louis.
Before you go, I've got an idea. Could we possibly do, as there's no Doctor Who now for the foreseeable, could we possibly like pick an episode to like re-review and to say like, oh, let's watch Pyramid of Mars or what's that one? But like Rose again or something like that, and then we could like all what like to re it.
If I have time from the gaming competition, yeah. Right now,
You do realize your fans want real Whovians. They don't want gaming. Come on,
that's not.
tell them in the comments below.
It's actually split. Really, it really is.
I
Like,
need
there are gamers. There's fans of the gaming. There's fans of the Whovians. There's also fans of the reviews.
Didn't someone advise you like quite a while ago that you should only make Doctor Who content and stop with the gaming? I can't remember who it was.
That was me. I said it a couple of casts ago. I said
these. Nerd? No, it can't be.
It's always you. It's always you.
Not your gaming period. You're saying?
No,
you're learning. You're learning.
Focus more on the Doctor Who again than do the gaming.
But how can you focus on Doctor Who? Doctor Who's not even on the air now.
I mean, you can talk about the classic.
You're known for Doctor Who and theories. This gaming stuff isn't for you. It's killing the channel.
But also, we're known for the Everything Show. The Everything Show has like 2,080.
Yeah, exactly.
When's the Everything Show coming back?
It already came back.
Yeah.
Well, I never get an invite to it.
Yeah, neither do I. You never invite me. It's like you hate me or something.
It just happened the other day. Wait, I think I sent you a link.
We want to talk about Jurassic World Rebirth.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got deep spoilers and lore on that. Like I'm more of a Jurassic World fan.
We'll do an Everything Show Monday.
Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, it works for me as well.
Yeah,
Monday. The Everything Show.
And Everything Show on Jurassic World specifically.
We'll do the Everything Show. In fact, I'll even watch what I was missing of the last Jurassic movie. And then
have you not seen it?
The last one I didn't see.
You haven't seen it? It's very mixed. I do like it, although it's messy. But we'll talk about it on Monday. I don't want to go into it now because obviously it's the end of this. 2007.
28 years later coming out as well, which is.
I've never seen that movie actually, or any JP movie. I should watch probably.
Oh, Matt, go and watch it now, buddy. You got to go watch them. You can come and join on Monday. Then you'll love it.
As much as I want to do the horror cast, but YouTube does not like the title and flagging.
We're gonna have to debate when Fantastic Four and Superman come out.
Oh, absolutely, we are. We absolutely are.
I'm telling you now. Again, you can timestamp it. Watch this back up. Jurassic World Rebirth will destroy both of them and be the biggest selling film of the summer.
Yeah, I could believe
it. Might. Look, here's the thing with the Fantastic Four. Like, I don't agree. Sue Richards was never the leader of the Fantastic Four. Only when they thought Reed Richards died in the comics, that's when she led the team to try to get Reed back. But she's never been a leader. She's never been the leader of the Fantastic Four. First of all, how could she be a leader if she don't even know what Reed's creating to use in a battle, like an invention? Like, she can't lead. And then Silver Surfer, they killed off in the comics so they could make way for Shala Bal, which is the female Silver Surfer. That's a mistake. The changing Johnny Storm the way he is a mistake. They're just trying to make it unrecognizable, and that's why it's not going to do as well.
Oh, what's Fesman saying? The book review channel.
Yeah, we should do a book review. Sort of Separation. Yeah. I've got it.
Well,
maybe not have Connor on that one.
To be fair, the first book was not completely the way I wanted it to be, because they told me that I had to like dumb it down to make it simple for first book. So it's not exactly not exactly the way I wanted it to be 100%, but stuff came about afterwards, like Lost of Ways, we got deep and stuff. But they felt that I would go over people's heads if I made it too complex for people to read and stuff. But it's the first book.
Can I just say though, Rain is one of my favorites from that book, Sort of Separation, and I've got a soft spot for Comic Book King. I think that's a really cool one. I really like that one.
Why don't you stop reading the fucking contents and actually read the book first?
Because I'm not allowed to read it on air, Connor, because that breaks the law. Am I right, Joe? I'm not allowed to read the poem on air.
we don't need to mention my books in Real Whovians, but thank you.
No, I'm trying to promote it. You need it. I paid money for that, and it cost me more because I had to ship it. I'm getting the whole collection.
Fine.
And in fact, this was a Christmas present from my dad.
Fine.
My dad got me that.
We will do a bookcast.
Can I have the film rights to Song of Separation? I've got a great idea for it.
It's no, but
Ollie Pajak is what we put in a bid. Pajak Productions have put a bid in. Pajak Productions have put a bid in already.
All right, get back to Doctor Who. I gotta go. She's gonna beat the shit out of me. Anyway, all right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys. No, Sharon's not gonna really beat the shit out of me, but I really have to help with the door. She's coming. All right, thank you guys. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.
You too. Take care. Bye for now.